Was a girl in a little village, and her name was Millstone Molly. And all the men, they loved her dearly, but they couldn't afford to keep her, you see. So they gave her to a wealthy farmer. Ain't it funny how the ones with all the money never know what to do with it, but a poor man always do. The farmer had a secret magic millstone that he didn't know how to use. He turned a stone and it made flour, and the flour made bread, and the bread made the people strong. But the farmer wasn't wise enough to figure it out. Ain't it funny how the ones with all the money never know what to do with it, but a poor man always do. One day he finally got hands on the millstone, and the people never went hungry again. The farmer had more than enough, and Molly was the people's hero. Ain't it funny how the ones with all the money never know what to do with it, but a poor man always do. Ain't it funny how the ones with all the money never know what to do with it, but a poor man always do. La 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 da 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 la la da 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 la la da 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 da. One day a poor boy had the idea to swap his poor old cow for a bean. He told his mother, she cried with tears. The boy ran off with the seed, planted the bean, then climbed the vine to find what he couldn't believe. There was a golden harp in the clouds. There was a golden egg. There was a golden egg. He came down and ran through the town. There was a golden egg. There was a golden egg. La 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 la. He returned to find the whole world was gold. Gold as far as he could see. He told the golden goose. He told the golden goose, you're coming home. The giant said, please don't take her from me. He said, you're right, I'm leaving tonight, and I'm taking these beans for free. There was a golden harp in the clouds. There was a golden egg. There was a golden egg. He came down and ran through the town. There was a golden egg. There was a golden egg. He could have taken everything, but he did not. A kind-hearted boy he was. Yes, yes, yes. You can take a life or you can let it live. He chose good, and I know you would. There was a golden harp in the clouds. There was a golden egg. There was a golden egg. He came down and ran through the town. There was a golden egg. There was a golden egg. La 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 la. La 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 la. and I'm not the only one that sees a ghost when they sleep, who paints the coast with their blood, who finds a note in a glass bottle from the sea. The message read, it said, I guess I'll start over now. But when it rains, it pours. When it pours, it's done. But it's beautiful. So let's try again, and try till it turns into style. And we'll call it a Buncheong. And who would have known, and who would have thought that mistakes could be beautiful? And how would you know, and how would you know if you never started over? But when it rains, it pours. When it pours, it's done. But it's beautiful. So let's try again, and try till it turns into style. And we'll call it a Buncheong. Building up a wall and you start with a brick, but you wanna make it easy, so you start with the lift. That means you gotta use your brain if you wanna make it big. Teamwork is the game if you wanna be a king. Like Dasan when he built the crane to build 5Songs, and they built the wall as they rise up with the power of his mind. No pain, but there's gain. They succeed as a team. Let me tell you what I mean. We could all be kings if we just use our brains. If we just use our brains. We could all be kings if we just use our brains. If we just use our brains. So you're trying to do it all by yourself. That's cool. I know how it is, but you're never gonna get where you wanna be if you never think of ways to achieve. Teamwork is the game if you wanna be a king. Like Dasan when he built the crane to build 5Songs, and they built the wall as they rise up with the power of his mind. No pain, but there's gain. They succeed as a team. Let me tell you what I mean. We could all be kings if we just use our brains. If we just use our brains. We could all be kings if we just use our brains. If we just use our brains. You could do it all by yourself. But that's no way to live. You'll never get where you wanna be if you never think of ways to achieve. We could all be kings if we just use our brains. 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 We could all be kings if we just use our brains. If we just use our brains. We could all be kings if we just use our brains. If we just use our brains. If we just use our eyes soft and brown. Found a crane with a broken wing, feathers torn, frozen on the ground. Easy now, you're safe with me. Wrapped it in his tattered coat, fed it rice from a tiny bowl, watched its tired heartbeat grow. The crane comes back around, wings spread over this small town. Kindness on the wind you send will always find its way back down. Be kind, what you give, you're gonna find. The kite comes back around. Years passed, the river rose, storm rolled in, black as coal. Water climbed past windowsills, carried firewood, swallowed a rose. Old man standing on the roof whispered, guess this is the end. Then a shadow crossed the rain, strong wings beating, flying in. The crane comes back around, wings spread over this small town. Kindness on the wind you send will always find its way back down. Be kind, what you give, you're gonna feel. Comes back feathers flashing in the lightning, rope drops down, his fingers cling, lifted high above the flood. Heart so loud he feels it ring. Later by a stranger's fireside, dry clothes, warm tea in his hand. He sees a feather on the mantle, white and gold against the pan. The crane comes back around, wings spread over this small town. Kindness on the wind you send will always find its way back down. Be kind, what you give, you're gonna find. Be kind, it all comes back in time. The crane comes back around.